Hi, what's up? Welcome back. Let's jump into After Effects and let's start creating a really simple stopwatch in just 2 minutes and without any plugins. Let's get into it. So first thing first, let's create a new text and I can write here whatever I want. It doesn't really matter. Let's put this in the center and let's search for a slider control effect. If you don't have this panel, just go to Window and select this one, Effects and Presets. Alright, now you can double click on this one or just take it and drag it onto our layer. Let's expand our layer and now I'm going to create an expression for the source text property. And in order to do this, I'm going to hold Option or Alt if you're on Windows and click on the stopwatch. Now I'm going to paste an expression here. So I'm not going to explain this one. There are already YouTube tutorials doing this, but this is basically just a timer. We have a second variable, another variable for minutes, and then a function to add zeros to our numbers. That's pretty much all, nothing too complicated. And to demonstrate this, I can put a keyframe on my slider property, and then another keyframe here, and I can increase this one how much I want, and I now have a timer which counts to whatever value I put here in my slider effect. But we don't need a timer, we need a stopwatch. So in order to create that, I'm going to create again another expression. So let me just copy the expression here and hold again Option or Alt if you're on Windows, click on the stopwatch and let's just paste it right here. So this is using just one function, the linear function, which is asking for input value, then for input value low, input value high, and then output low and output high. So this is basically just mapping the input values to another output values. So as you can see here, for the input value, I have my value, which is the slider value. And then for the input low and high, I have my first value and my last value. So the first value is basically the value of the first keyframe, and the last value is the value of the second keyframe. And I want to map these two values to the first value, which is the same as the input value. This is fine. But for the output high, I want a new value. So I want to put this in real time, because we saw before when we created this timer that it was a real time that counted to whatever value I've put here. But now if I'm using the difference between these two values, it will always be in real time. So now I can map the input values to the new output values. So now if I just press away, you can see that I have this keyframe here and another one on the 3 seconds mark, and yeah, it just goes from 0 to 3 seconds. And the nice part about this is I can just move these keyframes to wherever I want. So maybe I want to increase the time and I want to start from 4 seconds. So I have 0 and then it starts here from the 4 seconds mark, and then it stops here at the second keyframe. Yeah, so that's pretty much all. Hope you enjoyed it and talk to you in the next one. Cheers.